Hey everybody, I'm Andy the Kenworth Guy. Thanks so much for coming by the channel today. Today we're going to be taking a look at a beautiful brand new W900L that I brought in for a customer. So let's see what this truck is all about. All right, we are in the back lot here. We are, it's one of my favorite spots here these days. Like I've mentioned before, this truck here is sold to Sean Metzger, Prairie Grass Express. Thank you so much for your business, Sean. It was great dealing with you, and glad that we had this truck available for you. And we trimmed it out a little bit here at the store, and it turned out really good. So let's get into the details. So this is a 2025 W9L, of course. It's sitting on a 265-inch wheelbase, nicely balanced. We ordered it with a custom paint job. So this is I've seen variations of this before. It's I'm calling this Paint Design Sunrise, just kind of how what I decided to call it, but maybe somebody else has done it, called it something different. But the base colors, we have your metallic red. This one here is on legendary red. We got the black century red effect, so that's a little bit of a black red metal flake in there, and then the silver for the 100th anniversary in there as well. When you do a factory paint design, you want to make sure you check off the box to have it extend behind the sleeper. Otherwise it just stops right about there. So have this go all the way across. Some things that we did at the dealership here with the help of some local partners. Big thank you to the guys at Shift Products. They were able to supply the undercab and sleeper panels. Those are optional with or without lights. So this one here we did without lights, just kind of how the customer wanted it done. And as far as the visor, that was a Shift visor, so that's your reverse bow tie. You see those on a lot of the trucks that I sell to Jade. So looking up front here, we got the factory Texas bumper, factory bug screen with the 7 grill bars. So this bug screen is a little different. So this one here is in front of the grill. You can get it with behind the grill or in front, so that's the in front of the grill option. So depending on the time of year, you can run it without that on altogether. We got your standard headlights, the chrome bezels. We talked about the paint design already. There's that metal flake. The sun is poking out a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit of the sparkle in there. Got some ugly clouds over there. We're gonna get rain later on today, so I figured I'd get this done before the customer picks up the truck. Ordered the truck with the 15-inch air cleaners with the bolts on the inside, so it's a nice cleaner look to it. No elephant ears, so it's just, again, nice and clean. Did no Kenworth emblem down on the hood here, and then left that painted as opposed to in stainless, just to have a nice clean look. Polished battery box, and we have painted def tank cover, painted fuel tanks. Thanks to Mario at Eastside Collision for helping me out with the paint work on this truck. So it turned out really, really good. And then up top, we got these heavy duty, big Horkin pipes. So those are the slash cuts. Those are the 7-inch wides. and those are 54s. So those are right around the legal mark as far as the height goes. And thanks to Russ and James at House of Chrome for helping out with sourcing those and getting those on. Over here we got the stainless half enders. So those are the deep drop half enders with the paddle mounts in the front. Darcy at Class 8, thank you for getting these to us in the 11th hour. Just turned out fantastic. It looks really good, and customers very happy with it as well. In the back of the bunk here, we got the 2 standard lights, and we have a rear bunk window with a sliding option there. So that's a nice feature you don't see too often on trucks that I put out there. Tektron wrap around the air and electrical lines, and then it's got the dual spring loops so that if you want to put it onto a slide bar, you have that available to you. We did the matching red frame. It's not a metal flake frame on here, it's just like a close red match. And as far as the fifth wheel, we have the FW35, it's 24-inch slide fifth wheel. I have the 8-bag air ride, the Kenworth AG400 on here, and the nice thing with that is it keeps things nice and clean in front of the wheels. You don't have that big piece that kind of sticks out in front, which requires spacing and clearances. We got the moons and nut covers on there, and we got the mirror polish, the high polish rims all the way around, which looks really sharp. Michelin X Energy D 22.5 tires on here, and we had to throw these on after the fact. So these are the mud flap hangers with the Kenworth V flaps on there. We ordered this truck without any rear mud flaps just so we could keep things nice and tight. So this is a really nice tight fit. When this is done from the factory, you probably get about another 4 inches hanging out of the back end of the truck. We got Super 40s on here. So this is Dana Spicer D40-172Ps, 3.58 gear ratios, and we got drum brakes on this truck all the way around. Here is the larger fuel tank on this side, and def tanks on the other side. Now this is a first for me, getting this mid-frame marker light mounted onto that bracket. I've seen that at the factory on some builds, and it's nice when they have that and not have to have it on that big stanchion that kind of sticks out there. So it depends on where the fuel straps are, if that one would work or not. If this fuel tank was slid all the way forward, customer's going to be putting an accessory in there, I think either a toolbox or an APU. But if that is slid all the way forward, that strap is under the bunk, you can't put that on there, so you'd have to have that stanchion. So but this is a nice way to do that there. Looking on this side here, we got the polished DPF and polished box rather, and then we got the turn signal lights up in the mirrors right there. Let's just open up the hood here. I'll show you what's underneath. It's a big one. I'm gonna tell you, it's a big one. So this is the Cummins X15 605 2050 torque productivity series. It is the biggest engine that you can get underneath of a Kenworth truck. So lots of power to haul up and down the highway with this. Gotta love it. Davco 382 fuel water separator, which is heated. You got a run aid and a start aid option, so you can have heat when it's starting and the truck is cold, and heat when it's running as well. So those are two things to look at. We have this little light underneath I like to put on trucks, just a little trouble light to do servicing in the dark hours of the day. There's a air fill, so that's a master air chuck. You can plumb air into the truck if it is down. And then here's your power steering gear pump, filter rather, and your reservoir as well. There's your power steering gear. We have drum brakes on the front as well on this truck. So just how this truck was set up. On the hot side here, we got your turbo, we got accessories up here, your HVAC over there, and then we have the taps here to shut off coolant going into the HVAC for the off season. Something I like to put on trucks as well, we have these little support brackets. So this is a hood, heavy duty hood reinforcement is what that one is, and that basically holds the fenders up and keeps them aligned with that there, so you're not going to get anything vibrating while you're going down the highway. And then we got the heavy duty hood hinge reinforcement on the front there, that hinge, so that basically makes it a little bit easier to open up the hood. So that is a little bit about the outside. Let's go on the inside and finish off this tour. All right, so let's take a step into the cab here. So we got the black interior in the Diamond VIT trim package. So you get that nice wood grain dash, wood grain trim pieces, and then the diamond stitching on the doors and the ceiling and all over the interior. Ordered it with a carpet floor, so you got that nice carpet floor, and then as you walk in you have this nice Kenworth badging as you take a step into the truck. As far as on the door, we got your mirror controls right here. You got your heat, your left and right side, and then your adjustment, and then there is the window lift controls. Down here we have the work lights on the back of the cab, and then air traction control. There is your interior lights, your sleeper lights, and then your engine fan and auxiliary lights right there. Going across the hood here, or across the dash here, we got your gauges. I ordered it with a full gauge package all the way across. We have trailer spare switches for wire to power. There is the fog light switch. Here we got your hazards, your engine brake, cruise. Here's your fifth wheel slide, your diff locks, and then your air suspension dump switch. PTO is over there, and then there's the regen switch. This truck is ordered with a 18 speed, so this is the 2050 rating on the 18 speed RTLO 20918. And then up above here we have your exterior lights, clearance lights, and then your trailer marker lights. Up top you do have this kit for the CB radio, so that just pops down and you can change that as you see fit. And then there's that beautiful Diamond VIT interior. Both seats are the Premium Plus air cushion, so you got all the lumbar supports, and then you also have the heat option right there, and it comes with this little nice pocket right there, so you can store your stuff in it. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick walk into the bunk here and show you a few things that's going on. So something special about this one here is we did a few different things on the sleeper as far as the interior. We're starting off with the rear bunk window with no windows in the doors, so you got the vents there and then that rear bunk window, so you do have a little bit of light coming in the back, and kind of a nice clean look on the outside. We did do the stowable armrests, so you got that on both sides right there and right there. Here is the lower fridge along with the storage cabinet, and then we did the full cabinets all the way across to the back. We have the optional drawers here. Even when you order the Diamond VIT, those are still optional. You got to make sure you check off that sales code for that. And then we have a shelf inside this cabinet right here, so just quickly show you that. So you got a nice deep cabinet, and then you got a hanger up above right there. So I'm going to throw these in here. So that is the additional curtains for inside the cab. So something that I did different on this spec is we did a liftable, I believe, oh yeah, there we go, liftable lower bunk. So this is something that I don't do very often, but that is a liftable lower bunk option right there. So with that, it's just, there's no lock, just kind of lifts up in place. You got these shocks to help support the lift, and then you got this storage up on top, so it's a little small storage there. You do have that little flap with all this storage underneath here as well, and then you have access to all of the jockey doors, and these lights automatically illuminate when you lift that up. So there's a few things that are different here on the interior of this bunk. I think it's kind of neat to showcase the different options that you can get. So there you go. There you go. All right, so there you go. There is this week's video. Again, thank you to Sean for purchasing this truck. I sure appreciate the business. I know it was a very, very quick find that we found this truck for you, and that we were able to put it all together. So thank you so much for working with me, and great to work with a referral as well. So hey, if you're new to this channel and you want to see more of this kind of content, just take a minute, please, and hit the subscribe button. You can hit that bell wherever it is to be notified when the videos come out. You can also go to my website, thekenworthguy.com, up here, which will bring you to the site that has all of the things to do with my social media, and then all the access to the inventory that I have to sell. So that's through Inland Truck and Equipment here in Winnipeg. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have yourself the world's best day.